Hello all you beautiful people, and a big thank you to my members and subscribers and my patrons. Thank you so much for supporting me in the channel, us in the channel. Really appreciate it. Thanks for being with us so long. I really appreciate it. And if you're in the Philippines, happy fiesta, because the fiesta is going off now. It starts around the 9th of September. It will finish Saturday. I think it falls on a Saturday, 20th of this month. Then it's all over. I've tried to do a little bit in Centro, but because I didn't get my pass this year, the police won't let me through to walk round without being harassed, or crowds that just don't move. You can't get around the pavements, guys. It's impossible. But shout out to the police chief and his officers for great planning, crowd control. It's working really well. There's lots of stalls selling the diabetes sweet, diabetes? Slip of the tongue. There's lots of stalls selling nice sugary treats, as usual. The what's it called? The sticky rice. I absolutely love the sticky rice. However, I can't eat it anymore because it's full of sugar. Not only the sugar they put in it, but the rice itself is full of sugar. Don't eat it, guys. Don't eat it. I'm not on about Filipinos. I'm on about foreigners. Don't eat it. It's going to kill you. So anyway, this video has been prompted by a lovely lady called Susan. It's took me a while to get around to it, and I just noticed I left it on my notes the other day, and I looked at my notes and I thought, wow, I forgot all about that. So anyway, Susan's been a subscriber for as long as I can remember. She's really sweet. She's left some really nice comments, and I appreciate that. However, and it's not a bad however, she left a message. It'll come on screen now. And I was talking on a video about long distance relationships and to not start paying out any money to these girls, because you have no way of knowing if these girls are playing you, you know, as soon as you come off the face-to-face or the face-to-face with another foreigner, you know how it goes, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, she said, with the greatest respect, I disagree, and it's just my opinion. It'd be great to, you know, see in the comments what you think. But my experience in the Philippines, and bearing in mind my blogging experience, all the experience of getting messages about Chris, you know, this has happened, that's happened, I was with her, I've spent this, I've done that. So, long story short, what she said is, I don't, look, it's not verbatim, obviously, verbatim, it's not word for word, it's just what I understand is she's saying, if you get a girlfriend, you've got to take them out and, you know, wine and dine them. And I'll just get the mic a little bit nearer because of the noise. Wine and dine them and more or less look after them. So you're spending money. So why is it you can't send the girl you're talking about, if you're starting to get serious, which sort of blows my mind how you can get serious with a girl over the internet, but I know it happens, you know, I know it happens regular. There's lots of not so good stories about it happening. My personal opinion, guys, no. You don't send girls money. If a relationship is built on gifts and money. In my humble opinion, that relationship is not going to end very well. Now, I think I've met enough girls, I've spoke to enough girls, I've spoke to enough foreign couples to know a little bit of what I'm talking about now. I've got the experience, got my own experience. But at the end of the day, you're a big guy, I'm guessing, I don't mean in size, and you do what you want. And you should only spend what you can afford to lose. If you can't afford to lose it, don't spend it. But the other thing is, think about it, guys. How many foreigners have come to the Philippines? They've not known the girl very long, and they just inundate these girls with money. They think, in my opinion, mistakenly, they're going to buy that girl's love, and it's not going to happen. So they buy land, they build houses, and blah blah blah, and then it doesn't work out well. You know, the girl doesn't want them anymore. That's a shocker. And they end up, more often than not, going back home with nothing. Now, it's just brought it to mind. I'm going to do another video on a guy, and you're not going to be shocked at that video if you've got any experience of this type of thing that's happening. But anyway, I respectfully do not agree with Susan. I understand where she's coming from with it. But, you know, if you're in the US, wherever it is, can you imagine meeting a girl online? Say you're in the one end of the US and she's in the other end of the US, and she's telling you she loves you after about 6 weeks. And you go and see her, and you decide you're going to get married, and you're going to put the house in her name. Yes, I know in the US you could put it in your name. Got you. Roger that. But here you can't. If you buy property, it's Filipino law. Foreigners cannot own land. So you have to put it in her name. So if anything happens, you lose everything. Yeah, you can go to court, but then you'll be stuck in court and the process for anything to 2 to 3 years to get 50% of your money back. And the costs of doing that. At the end of the day, it'll not be 50%, it'll be whatever it is, less lawyers' fees and everything else. So the fact is, you wouldn't do it where you come from. So why would you do it here? And why would you do it knowing that it's going to be worse if you do it here? Why would you do it? Marry somebody. Let's say you're married. You bought her a house, blah, blah, blah. You've got married, you split. Can you imagine what she could do to you if you decided you weren't going back to the UK, US, whatever, and you wanted to try and just keep going in the Philippines? Maybe you're under some misillusion you can go with another woman. You can't. You will be put in prison if there's a complaint made. That's just how it is. Sorry, I forget myself. I've been told I should smile more, but it's not really a thing I want to smile about, because I know so many people where this has happened to, and the story I'm going to tell you on a future video, again, will not shock you. It's what's happened to this guy. But the situation's a little bit unusual in a certain respect, which I can't tell you about now. Anyway, on to the next bit. I got a message from a guy in the UK, and he's worried about coming to the Philippines and the Philippine government taxing his pension. That's not going to happen. The only government that can tax your pension is your government, whether it be American, UK, wherever it is. Unless, of course, something changes in the Philippines and they decide they want some kind of tax out of you regarding your pension, but I can't see that happening. But hey, I ain't got a crystal ball, I don't know. So, if you got your pension, one, you can have your pension paid into a bank here from the UK. It can all be done online. You don't have to go back to the UK if you're here and you haven't actually, you know, you're not eligible for your pension yet. So it can all be done online. You can apply for your pension over here, you'll get your pension and they'll send it to you. So there you go. It was as easy as all that. Supposed to be a quick video, but you know me, I can't shut my mouth. That's one of my downfalls, is my mouth. I talk too much. But that's me. That's a Brit in the Philippines. So I hope you found the video interesting, guys, and if you did, please leave a like. Please hit that notification bell, and if you're not subscribed, why you're not subscribed? Subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. Thanks again to all my members, patrons, all my subscribers for your support. Really appreciate it. Been through some hard times, but hopefully things will start getting better, regards to videos anyway. So see you on the next one, guys.